right, guys, and happy Sunday afternoon or evening wherever you guys are at. I'm just running the store, picking some supplies. Thought I'd take a few minutes to chat. I was up in LA earlier today, checking out. My girlfriend has a rent home, and one of the renter had just vacated. We had to check it out so the next renter could come in. And anyway, doing some of that business. Just had a big meeting with our Meet Our X volunteer team. Got some good things, exciting things coming up that we're going to be working on in the next few months. We'll reveal those when it comes out. Great lineup of people coming on this week. Dave Philman among that group. So if you guys want to check it out, we're going to have a nice interview with Dave and do a Q&A with the man himself. Dave's got some really good stuff on cholesterol metabolism, cholesterol, energy systems, and so on and so forth. What else is going on? That guy Remington James, fitness influencer, came out with pretty heavily in favor of the carnivore diet. So we're seeing, this little Joe Rogan effect taking place now that Joe has come out and said that he had such a good positive response. I'll be going back on Joe's show later on down the road, probably several months after we get this Harvard study kicked off and going. And that Harvard study, I believe, will be launching very shortly. I know it's in, final IRB, Institutional Review Board. I think I'm supposed to hear something on Tuesday about that. So we'll be looking forward to rolling that out. Hopefully many, many, many of you guys will sign up to be part of that study. And that will be a big, huge step for advancing our knowledge on nutrition and kind of, just moving things in a direction that I think are going to be more beneficial to actual human beings and not the select few that sell pea protein to us that create markup. Other things that are going on, I'm going to be doing my first CrossFit session tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. And, this is what I've done for years. I mean, I excel at a sport. I get to the highest level I can. Fortunately, I've been able to break world records and world championships and that in multiple sports. And so I'm going to give my hand at CrossFit. And I know I'm not really the typical CrossFit athlete because I'm a little too big, a little too tall, a little too heavy. My arms are too long. I have some really strong suits. I mean, like rowing, deadlifting, several events that being taller an advantage for that. I'm certainly at a disadvantage for some of the gymnastic stuff, walking around in your hands, all that stuff. So I'm going to see if I can even do any of that stuff. And, I get some good coaching. There's a really high level, very proficient technically coaches that keep people safe down the road from my house. So I'm just going to play with that a couple times a week, maybe 3-4 times a week, see how I do, see how I progress. And if it looks like there's a chance that I can compete, I might, try to target 53 now, maybe target, that 55 age group range, figure 2 years to get good and then maybe compete at the highest level and maybe, kind of go there, compete at the CrossFit Games, which would be, I guess, the pinnacle of CrossFit athleticism. Maybe not. If it turns out that it just sucks and I hate it and I suck at it too bad, I won't stick around too long. And like I said, I'll probably play around with some jiu-jitsu as well, because I think that'll just be fun to do. I don't have any aspirations of competing in jiu-jitsu just because I think the time requirement to get good skill would take much, much longer. I mean, probably a decade. I don't know that I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'd like it more than I thought I would, but who knows? We'll see. I'll continue to row. I think I can still do both CrossFit and rowing at the same time without too much difficulty. Trying to think if there's anything else exciting that's going on. Not that I can think off the top of my head. A lot of things. I think I might be going down to South Africa also to give lectures or do a tour. Potentially somebody approached me about doing that, and I said depending on the timing. So, I might add another international trip. Either it'll be the end of this year or maybe early next year. So I'd love to get back down to South Africa. As some of you may know, my mother was born there, and I went there many times as a child. Last time I was there, it was like 1991, so like 30 years ago, essentially. And so it'd be fun to get down there and see it. So All right, let me answer a couple questions while I can before I got to head to. Had some in and out for a little lunch today. 12 patties. Breakfast was 6. No, breakfast was 10 eggs or something like that. Tomorrow's first day on Carnivore, says Danny Walsh. 888. Good job, Danny. Let us know how we can support you. Come to MeterX.com if you need support, guys. I'm serious, guys. This is the place to go if you want to get started. We have just wonderful video feedback, meetings every day, support groups. We're going to continue to grow, and I think we just had 55 members sign up already today, just within a few, just since today, and today's not even over yet. So, dozens of members signing up every day. Doing Carnivore the whole month of March. Let's see how it goes. It says add AADDRNN. Let's do it, man. See how you like it. 12 patties. They remember they're 1/8 of an ounce patties, so they're only 2 ounce patties, so it's not that much. It's only like 1.5 pounds of meat. So it's kind of a moderate sized snack for me. Golden Sun says, what's up? 2 pounds is usually a pretty typical meal for me most days, but it's kind of just changes from here and there. Hey Doc, says Holly, 21121. Stench herbivore. That's a parody of somebody else. Just one a month, trimming down, and arms are bigger, says Jay Haven. Awesome, man. I guess that's generally a good thing. Ayush, love from India. All right, man. Hang in there. India's a tough place to be a carnivore. Get some lamb, then. When you're always driving when you're live, it's usually the time I have this time that I'm not talking to somebody or doing something else. Hey, from Dallas, says Aunt Cher. Well, hey, back. We got Chase Midler, 5 days of Carnivore, living it. This life changing. Oh, good for you. Panda Banging 100. Thanks for your comment yesterday. You're very inspirational. I don't remember what the comment was, but thanks. Hello from Savannah. It says Sun Kiss Keto. See about Savannah, Georgia. I lived in Statesboro when I was a baby. Starting Carnivore for 2 months tomorrow. Thanks for what you do. Says Snowplower. Good for you. Again, MeterX, guys, check it out. If you've had a success story, please submit your success story to success@meterx.com. That is success@meterx.com. And we will put your story up there for the world to see, so you may inspire someone else. I used to follow Remington, but stopped when he stopped doing keto. I'm going to go check him out again. Yeah, I honestly had no idea who he is. I mean, I get stuff sent to me all the time, and half the time I have no idea who the people are, but I'll check him out. And he's got like 500,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, so he's, I would say a pretty reasonably sized influencer. So that's good to see. I think it's good to see more and more people being brave enough to say, hey, meat's good for you. Everybody's too scared to say that for some reason, which is ridiculous. People need, like I said, I thought people need to grow a pair of balls and stop being scared to say they eat meat, and just let's get the truth out there, guys, because people are out there think they've got to pretend they got a virtue signal, so they don't offend some friggin' 14-year-old with blue hair, Anyway. 2 months Carnivore 11, it says Dawn, 511, awesome. Saphira, 5W, organ meat's needed once a week for vitamins. That's a good question. Generally, I think no. That's been, I think, the experience of the most people in this community. We'll find out. That study, I've done surveys which indicate that, generally only about 15% of the people on a carnivore diet eat organs once a week. Most none or much less frequently. So it doesn't seem to be the case. Like I said, I don't know if Paul still is maintaining it's required. I think he seems to think that's the optimal way to do it. I like Paul. I tend to disagree with him on some of those points, but anyway. Some people may do better with it, though, clearly. So that is something to keep in mind. So if you try them and you do objectively better, then it makes sense to keep them in, while they work. And some people, they help for a while and then it stops being good. Some people actually get sick from eating them. So it just depends. Just let us know. I will totally be part of the study. We'll know. We'll let you know as soon as I'll let you guys know about the study as soon as it's up. FP Protein says, B.R. Kinley. Billy Jolly just bought your book. Very excited. Well, thank you very much for purchasing and seeing it, and hopefully you enjoy it. Do you ever have a glass of wine or other alcohol? Yes, occasionally I have a glass of wine, but it's not very often. Have you seen the snake diet? Calls for a lot of fasting. Get your body flushed. Yeah, I've had Cole on my podcast, so I am very well at the snake diet. Kelly Hogan. Happy to see you live. Well, thank you, Kelly. You guys check out Kelly. She's been doing carnivore diet for 10 years. And still ain't managed to get scurvy. I don't think she's done it right, Kelly. Just like those vegans that didn't do it right. You didn't do carnivore right because you didn't get scurvy. Suggest any sauces for carnivore. It's all, do what you enjoy. Make sure you taste something that you enjoy, but and be mindful of what's in it. So, if the product's like a bunch of sugar or soy or MSG or wheat gluten or, whatever garbage they put in there is bothering you, then don't do it. Make your own, maybe. Does it concern you that a large number of Westerners can't tolerate plant? Does it concern you that a large number of Westerners can't tolerate plant food due to autoimmune conditions? I believe meat heals, but why is this happening to all of us? It's a good question. I think there's at least a decent amount of evidence to support the theory that it's gut permeability issues leading to autoimmune diseases. Why is it happening, or why does it seem to be increasing? I think the overall quality of the diet is just awful for our digestion, our digestive health, and I think it may leave us even more susceptible to other foods that we might otherwise tolerate. I'm doing rowing and band work. Results are amazing, says Snowplower. Awesome. I just saw a video of you eating a fried egg. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. I don't know if I had a video of that, but it might be maybe a picture of it. Everyone has poked fun at anyone suggesting diet is related to immunity. Hasn't higher LDL been shown to have a positive benefit in regard to infections? Yeah, absolutely it has. There's a whole bunch of literature out there that shows that nutrition affects our immune system. I don't know why people would be considering it outrageous. Yes, eat healthy food. You'll be less resistant to. You'll be more resistant to disease. That's clear, including infectious disease, including coronavirus or influenza or any other infectious disease. The more healthy you are, the better you're going to be able to, your immune system is going to be able to, fight off these diseases. And so it's, and meat is an excellent nutrition. What's better, ghee or butter or lard? If I had to rank those in order, I'd say it would be lard, ghee, and then butter. Just returned from dinner at Texas State, Brazil. Nice. Sunlifter says only meat and eggs, right? Not necessarily. Some people put seafood in there. Some people add organ meats, Some people will do dairy. I don't find it to be very helpful. Would you have any mid-meal snacks? Jerky. Do you have any mid-meal snacks? Not really often. Sometimes I find that, if I can get some biltong, which is like jerky but with all the fat on there, that's way better, or some pemmican's pretty good, but I think biltong is really nice. As a smoker with plans to quit, should I be concerned with vitamin C? New to carnivore 4 weeks and 1 year into keto. You should get your vitamin C needs met by eating a carnivore diet. You should be fine. And it is interesting that many people report that smoking is easier to give up on a full carnivore diet. Don't barbecue. I'll be running by soon, right? What do you think about beef liver instead of meat only? Beef liver is fine. And if you enjoy it, eat it. Opinions on silver and golden era bodybuilders like carnivore guys like Vince Cron and Serge Nubret. I think that's superior nutrition. Obviously, Vince was doing steak and eggs with, a refeed carb day every fifth day or so, and Serge was eating 6-7 pounds of horse meat a day. Both of them had excellent physiques, lots of muscle. I'd love to get some good liver recipes. We've got some up on our MeatRx platform site, guys. So if you want to go to meatrx.com, check out our recipe section. We've got hundreds of recipes, so it's in there. Kelly Hogan says, amen, I don't eat organs and can't imagine feeling any better. Thanks for keeping it simple, Shawn. You're welcome. How are the effects of someone with high blood pressure? Generally, it helps. Maybe beef foot soup. Lots of cartilage, delish. Made beef foot soup. Interesting. For what it's worth, I tried and failed Carnivore McAllister last year. This year I'm eating nose tail, and I'm now 2 months in. Still waiting on that old scurvy, says Kelly. I just feel like it's helping with other cravings. Mayonnaise and mustard are great for burgers, patties, says Gustin. Is lemon, ginger, mint infused water okay on Carnivore? It probably won't kill you. For some people that might set them up for cravings for other carbohydrate foods, but you just have to kind of be objective about it. Keto Musician, what's up, Doc? I am just sitting in the Costco parking lot ready to answer these last few questions and get out and go do some shopping. All right, went from 290 in August, 188 pounds as of today. So 290 from August to now. You're the man. It says hi, Merkraj. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing. That's awesome, man. That's wonderful. Send your success story to success@meatrx.com, please. First week, the carnivore diet, 8 pounds, came off flying, says Privia 2020. Should I be having vitamins on the carnivore diets? You're getting vitamins by eating your food. You shouldn't have to add anything usually. Thoughts on pork? It can be fine for a lot of people. Many people do well. There's some people that don't do well. Can I translate your book to Spanish? I'm Carnivore from Argentina, cattle country. I've had a lot of people offer to translate my book into different languages, and my understanding is the publisher has translators on staff, and so if the need is there, then I think they will translate it, and we'll get it printed. I mean, I guess what I would say is, maybe if you indicate, let Victory Belt know, contact them and say, hey, we'd like a Spanish version of the. If enough people do that, then I think they'll translate it. Maybe I'll do an online thing and see how many people respond. Maybe a petition. If you get a petition going from people in Spain, or not Spain, but Spanish-speaking countries, and that's most of I think it's all of South America except for Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe there's some. I don't know if there's any places in South America that speak French. Maybe. Suriname, maybe. I can't remember. Do you avoid dairy? Yes, I do have it from time to time, and sometimes I get carried away and I have it too much, and I don't do as well. Like if I eat a lot of cheese, it becomes constipating. I get skin problems if I eat a lot of cheese and dairy. Oh man, Carnivore works, says Privera, sorry. What's the amount of meat serving for a 200-pound, 6-foot guy? Enough. Personally, for muscle building, I like a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So that, and then enough to energize and fuel yourself. Can you talk about seasoning and condiments? If you want to reintroduce, okay. So, and then if you want to reintroduce veggies, where do you start? I don't want to reintroduce any vegetables, so I probably won't start anywhere. If I were going to reintroduce something, it would be maybe fruit or something like that. But you need to reintroduce a single ingredient in small amounts and see how you tolerate it, and then take back out. Excuse me. Sorry. And then add back in. That's how I would do a reintroduction. I talk about it in the book. And then seasonings and condiments again. Just what's in them? What do you tolerate? Minimal amounts. Can I use pre-workout creatine shake for the gym on a carnivore diet? You can, but you're probably wasting your money and time. You should get plenty of creatine if you're eating red meat. Thanks for your commitment to carnivore, says George White. Thank you. Left vegan life and was recommended to follow you right away, says A. Jones. Well, welcome. Transition in. Spend some time. We do have an ex-vegan group on meatrx.com, so we have people that are transitioning back. So if you want to check that out, I can't remember the day it meets, but it's on the list. If you go to the meatrx.com and look under resources or community or something like that, I'll tell you when our meetings are. So you can see when that ex-vegan meeting might be, and you have other ex-vegans that are there that can help kind of walk you through. Can tuberculosis be healed naturally? I don't know. I mean, it's an infectious disease, obviously, but mycobacterium. But is low triglycerides but high LDL dangerous or expected? It is. Those things are fairly common on the diets. I don't think they're dangerous, though. Keto medicine, what do you generally get at Costco? I get pork, salmon, and giant beef tenderloin that I'll slice up at the store for as many steaks as I'm going to buy stuff for not me, so it's just various stuff in there. All right, guys, speaking of which, I got to go. I got to get this stuff done, okay? I'm going to get some eggs. One of the things, my girlfriend just texted me, get some eggs, so I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.